Hello, it's Lena and welcome back to my channel, all 73 of you. Guys, isn't that crazy? My last video, I said 54 of you and bam, it's just magically 73. Ah, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's keep it up. So today we are going to be checking out Today I Effed Up. Let's begin. Today I effed up by lying to my wife for 13 years. What could possibly go wrong? My wife hates orange and lime flavored candies. I love them. Well, love the orange, like the lime. Heavy on that difference. There is a big difference between I love this flavor, but I like this flavor. I love the banana Laffy Taffy, but I like the grape Laffy Taffy. So, she passes on the orange Starburst to me. She passes the orange and green Skittles to me. She passes the orange and green gummy bears to me. This has been happening for 13 years. I love the white gummy bear, the pineapple flavored gummy bear from Haribo. If I could have just a bag of pineapple flavored Haribo gummy bears. What she doesn't know is that the green Haribo gummy bears are actually strawberry. I love, no wonder. Every time I ate the green ones, I was like, why do I kind of like them? I like them a little more than I would like the lime. Because it's strawberry. Who knew? Shortly after we married, for one reason or another, I looked at the back of the Haribo gummy bears package and discovered this. Okay, I probably should have done that myself. So I haven't said anything for 13 years. Every time we get gummy bears, she gives me the orange and green. Strawberry. I've never said a word. Menace. I've enjoyed eating my little lies. Until last night. We had some gummy bears and she opened them and she started to hand me the orange and green ones. But after a few minutes, I saw her looking at the back of the bag. Then I saw her eyes get real big. She turned to me and asked if I'd known that the green bears were strawberry. She always thought they were lime. I was honest and nodded my head yes. You really did F up. The look of betrayal was unreal. She asked how long I've known and I was honest. I told her as long as we've been married. Oh. She quit giving me the gummy bears she didn't like. She was even eating the orange ones out of spite. I don't think I'll get any more gummy bear discards after this. Time to buy my own. Edit. We don't eat these every day, a few times a year at most. I don't just get the rejects, it's a shared bag. Whenever she grabs a few, she would pick out the orange and green and hand to me, just like I would hand the pineapple to her. Like, excuse me, after I just went on this whole rant about how much I love the pineapple gummy bears, how could you? It's funny and lighthearted, but I would feel really betrayed too. Like, you know I love strawberry, and you know I hate lime. And you knew that the lime wasn't strawberry. Greedy gut. That's what I would say if I was the wife. Next. Today I effed up by starting small talk with a kind little dude on the subway. Yesterday, I got onto a subway train around rush hour, so it was quite packed. Oh yeah. I remember being on the subways, touching bodies with strangers. That didn't sound as weird in my head as it did coming out of my mouth. But that's literally what it is, and especially during rush hour. Oh my gosh. And you have to wait in the subway station, and it's hot, and there's like, what, 4 fans if you're lucky. I do miss it though. It's nostalgic. The noises, the people, the smells. It's an experience. Anyways, I squeeze in with my brother and find a spot to stand. I notice a little dude, about 6 or 7, in the seat next to where I'm standing, squished up against his mother to make room for me. Oh. He looks up and smiles, his eyes inviting me to sit down next to him. Oh. As a larger human, 6'3", almost 200 pounds, the tiny half a seat that he had opened up wouldn't quite fit me. That is so cute. Though I couldn't let his kindness go unnoticed, so I decided to half cheek it. To be sure he understood what he did was really nice. As I sat down, I thanked him for making room and told him I really appreciated the gesture. We high-fived, and in hindsight, I should have ended it there. Oh gosh. Also, how did you half-cheek a seat with a 6 to 7-year-old on a packed subway during a rush hour? I'm trying to envision it. It's not coming to me. I noticed he had his backpack with him, so I asked him how school was that day. He told me it was just alright. Then I asked the fatal question. Do you have a lot of homework over the weekend? He let me, the stranger, know he had a big math packet that he had to get done. Unfortunately for him, his mother was listening to our conversation. Her eyes lit up when he told me about the packet. She yelled, "Ooh boy, you told me you finished that yesterday. Guess who doesn't get to play his video games this weekend, you little liar." His head sunk into his chest, as did mine right along with him. A few stops later, his mom dragged him off the train by his little jacket. He looked back at me as they departed, a look that said, "Bro, I thought you were cool. How could you do me like that?" His look of betrayal is gonna haunt me for days. Hang in there, little buddy. One weekend may seem like an eternity at your age, but time flies. Oh yeah. I still think I graduated from high school. I'm turning 24 this year. I don't think I was ever a kid that slipped up on my academics. I think I was always pretty good on them. I think it was the anxiety of lying to my teacher. I don't know, I felt like they kind of shamed us in front of the whole classroom if we didn't do it. Am I unlocking some memories right now? What the heck? My brain is working really hard right now. But yeah, little dude, just do your math problems and enjoy your little life. Time flies way too quickly. Today I effed up by getting high naked and nearly dying, then passing out on the floor and getting rescued by my disabled wheelchair-bound neighbor. Something tells me that this is gonna be a beautiful story. This actually happened today, only an hour ago or so. I decided to paint the ceiling of my bathroom, and being the lazy poop that I am, I opted for spray paint, as it is a very small surface. So, I thought I was prepared. I opened all the windows and front door. I'll come back to this. Turned my floor fan on full blast pointing at the window. Put the dehumidifier on in the bathroom for extra dryness and ventilation. Tied a t-shirt around my face and got naked. Now why are we getting naked? I went in the bathroom and closed the door. Stood in the bath, then started spraying. I was about 2 to 3 minutes into spraying when I felt a bit lightheaded. So I stopped my DIY, stepped out of the bath, and immediately went to my knees. Front door open. As soon as I hit fresh air, my body betrayed me, and everything just stopped. As I said before, I had opened my front door for ventilation, and I live in a block of flats. My bathroom is about 4 feet from the front door. Oh my gosh, I would die. So I quickly lose consciousness and must have fallen face first halfway out of the bathroom into the hallway where the front door is. Oh my gosh. Cue me waking up to a cacophony of fire alarms screaming and my neighbor wearing nothing but his underwear, sitting in his wheelchair, banging his fists at my front door because he couldn't get in with his wheels. I sat up, completely naked, high as asking my neighbor why he was trying to break in while I was in the shower. After half a minute or so, I came around and slammed the door shut and got dressed, trying to get my bearings. I realized what happened, then made sure it wouldn't happen again by sealing the fated room. I went to my neighbor and apologized. He grumbled something about sardines and Countdown being on the wrong channel. What is this apartment complex? So, here I am, a bit shell-shocked, tell the story of my day. Chemist here. I want to add one additional thing because I see it all the time. Simple dust masks or t-shirts will not help block VOCs, volatile organic compounds, from entering your lungs. You need to use a respirator with a proper cartridge for the type of chemicals that you will be using. Well, now I know next time I want to spray paint, not to get naked. Today I effed up and it's 14 years too late to fix. Most of us have a name for our spouse or significant other. Playing with Siri one day, I changed my wife's name on my phone to Tits McGee and never bothered to change it back. Obviously, when you change the name of someone on your phone, that name is associated with all the contact information for that person. So even though I'm going full hinoy minoy. These braces are killing me. So, Even though my wife's name isn't a part of her email address, every time I'd email her, the name shown would be Tits McGee. For 14 years, I thought I was the only one that saw that. However, every email I've ever sent that had my wife copied on, the recipient saw Tits McGee. Every f***ing email, including our daycare center. I'd like to thank the wonderful team at Chuck E. Cheese event planning for pointing this information out to me in an extremely professional manner. Wow, that is so funny. Also, love Chuck E. Cheese pizza. And I love their metal coins. I hate that they switched to the card. Are we really teaching kids about credit cards at a young age? Give them the metal coins. And also, like, let them feed the tickets into the ticket munching machine. Not everything has to be a business transaction, even though everything is a business transaction. Anyways, love their pizza. Haven't had it in a while. Hope it's the same recipe, because that is banging. I don't even care if they reuse it, if it was just a rumor. I've eaten pizza out of the trash before, so I will eat it. Today, I effed up by eating a pancake that went bad in my car and discovering I had cancer. I would do the same thing. I don't know if I would discover if I had cancer. I hope I don't. I do not wish that upon anyone. Title pretty much sums it up. I live in Texas and it was a hot summer day. And like the absolute genius I am, I left 2 pancakes in my car. They're just cooking for a little bit more, don't worry. It must have been there from 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. As I was doing quite a bit of errands and shopping, long enough that it basically slow cooked itself in the sweltering heat. Now, instead of throwing it away like a normal person, my dumbass thought, hey, this is fine, right? I would too. I would too. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with my gut biome. One time I also ate a burger that was on the counter for 3 days. But it was like winter time, so I thought it was fine. And guess what? It was. It was an Impossible Burger. It wasn't even like a real burger meat. And to this day, my husband just gives me crap about it. And I'm like, what is wrong? I'm still here. I ate one of the pancakes, then I got home and put the other in the fridge. Okay, I wouldn't do all that. I would dog both of them down right then and there. I went out with family to a buffet and felt kind of off. I wonder what could have caused that. A little confused and not very hungry. A little confused. That's not a good sign. I drank a lot of Sprite and ate some shrimp, but felt like I got hit by a truck. A few hours later, right before my bed, my body was like, we're gonna make you regret every decision you've ever made. Literally, that is how it feels. I hate puking. Emetophobia, alright? I saw this meme once. I don't know what it said word for word, but it was basically like, why does it feel like you're turning into a werewolf when you're puking? It literally feels like that, and I hate it. I got hit with the worst fever, chills, and pain imaginable. You know when you feel so bloated, you know you need to throw up to feel better? I struggled to get comfortable in bed, and it hit me. I need to throw up like right now. I made it to the bathroom just in time to throw up a pink sludge. Perfect. I thought I could just go back to bed at this point, but nope. I must have thrown up at least 8 times. My throat was absolutely raw at this point. It was 2 in the morning. I had work in a few hours, but I had this feeling where I just felt like I was dreaming and I was pretty confused. Okay, the confusion part is really scaring me. I let my family know, hey, I think I need to go to urgent care. Turns out, I had severe sepsis. Ended up being moved to a hospital where they kept me for a week, hooked up to IV antibiotics, feeling like death itself. While they were running a bunch of tests and scans, the doctors were like, hey, you've got cysts on both ovaries. Might want to check that out. But wait, there's more. During the scans, they also found a weird lytic bone. Did I say that right? Lytic? Lytic. During the scans, they also found a weird lytic bone lesion on my hip and femur. More tests, more scans, and surprise, I had multiple myeloma. What the frick are all these medical terms? Sorry, very sorry that you got diagnosed with that. Oh my gosh! It's a blood cancer arising from plasma cells in the bone marrow. Jeez, that's crazy. Well, it's a good thing you ate that pancake. How do I say it though?
Myeloma.
Myeloma. I had multiple myeloma. Multiple. That's crazy. And those ovarian cysts? Long story short, surgery happened this week, and I lost both my Turns out, those cysts weren't just cysts. They were teratomas, aka creepy tumor babies that had hair. I'm scared. Sizes of lemons. Both of them. No! I've heard about them. Some of them even have teeth. Alright, let's look up teratomas. I'm a tumor. Oh, I'm a tumor. Oh! Let's not ever look that up again. So, to recap, my incredibly dumb decision to eat a sun-baked pancake somehow led to finding out I had 2 ovarian monsters and cancer. If I hadn't gotten sepsis and ended up in the hospital, I wouldn't have known until way later, and things could have been much worse. So, in the most messed up way possible, that stupid pancake might have actually saved my life. Might have. I think it did. Someone said, yeah, you're damn lucky you went to the hospital and they discovered all of the other things wrong with you. Dang. That was really lucky of you to self-inflict sepsis to then figure out you have more important issues. So I'm glad you ate that pancake. Wow, that was a lot of F-ups. And I thoroughly enjoyed every one of them. And if you did too, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.